This is Heavenscape, Year 1, the Strathmore Chronicles, brought to you by Saturday Night Gaming. The Strathmore Chronicles, written by Tony Stevens and Jessica Stevens, narrated by Tony Stevens, Laura Hibbard, and Kaysie Shenks. Gloom, Episode 9, Facing Fear. A small campfire flickered in the gloom of the timeless forest. Light from the flames danced across the corpse of an enormous creature at the edge of a vast clearing. After Mud had stormed off, it hadn't taken the group long to realize the threat looming in these woods. This time, however, they had been prepared. Strathmore had taken the time to guide everyone in setting up a defensive perimeter. A welcome distraction from the shock of Mark's death and the abrupt departure of Mud. When the gargantuan gorilla had crashed out of the tree line, Arthur had stood ready to distract the beast as the others prepared long-range attacks. The old commander had set up a perfect kill box for this evil monstrosity. That was when Mud had returned. The overzealous young man had launched his own attack in an attempt to lure the beast away. It worked, and all of the team's hard work was ruined. The giant gorilla chased Mud deep into the forest, uprooting the huge, ancient trees and snapping their trunks like twigs. Arthur had reacted quickly when he saw Robert Gray rush into the woods after them. He knew for a fact that the dark stranger was after whatever gemstone was empowering this new threat. Arthur had to run as hard and as fast as he could, but he was still too late. Mud's foolhardy attempt at being heroic had distracted the creature just long enough for Gray to attack. Strathmore could see that a large green crystalline shard had been embedded in the ape's back. The feral stranger, known as Robert Gray, had horrifically clawed the gem free to take it as his own. After the battle, Arthur had searched for Mud, but there was no sign of him at all. He was gone without a trace. Now the uneasy companions huddled around the fire, exhausted from their battle. The group was smaller now. Only 5 remained. Robert Gray huddled in the shadows, unwilling to show himself to the others. But the rest of the companions sat around the fire. No one spoke. Their memories polluted their minds, and they couldn't shake the cold, numb feeling in their hearts. This forest represented yet another brutal trial of the soul. Arthur pondered how much more they were going to have to endure. He felt completely alone, alienating himself even from Vel, who had been the first friendly face he had known in this place. He held his hand in the fire, trying to feel anything at all, but the flames simply healed his wounds and merged into his sword.
This has to end. We can't keep going like this.
Emory spoke in a very tired and defeated tone.
What else is there to do, Wolf Mama? This is a bad deal, yeah, but we got no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Arthur did his best to console her in his own way. Just then, the campfire crackled violently. Arthur jerked back his hand and gripped his blade as the flames seemed to come to life. They danced wildly, burning brighter and hotter until they shone a deep blue. The companions were on their feet now, their hands on their weapons. Rin had already drawn her bow, and Tilk growled, low and menacing. Even Robert Gray moved out of the shadows, shifting into a hulking monstrosity. Slowly, a face began to form in the heart of the fire. It was a woman's face. She was hauntingly beautiful, and Arthur couldn't help but feel as if he had met her before.
I know you. You were there, at the Solaris Sky Station. You were in my head.
What nonsense are you speaking, Arthur? Vel's hands glowed bright white, his attack ready.
You! In the fire! Answer me! What is your intent?
I am in need. You have all come to this place because I used the last of my power to summon you. I am imprisoned here, trapped long ago when my brothers and sisters turned against me. My power was ripped from me and contained in 5 powerful crystals. Now, you warriors, my saviors, have obtained them all.
She looked at each of the exhausted companions in turn, searching their faces. They each felt drawn to her, but they couldn't explain why.
Vel, you hold the red crystal and possess the heart of fire. Ren, you hold the blue crystal and wield the silent strength of ice. Emory, the golden crystal has fallen into your hands, granting you the healing power of the sun. Robert Gray, you have taken the green crystal, and with it the strength of the land. And you, Arthur, you bear the burden of the black crystal.
Arthur held up his hand, the black ring glinting in the blue light of the flames.
What is this blasted thing? What does any of this have to do with me? Tell me!
That is the heart of chaos and destruction. It is the focused rage I spent my long life trying to control. Only you, with the power contained inside your Eratus blade, had the will to carry it this far. You must all hurry now. Time draws short. If I am to be free, you must return these crystals to me. Restore my essence. My body is entombed within the deepest, darkest cave in this realm. You must hurry while there is still enough of me left to save.
You came to me before, on the Solaris Sky Station. You led me down that path that brought me and this sword together. I remember now.
Arthur's voice cracked as all of his memories flooded back to him.
Arthur Strathmore, you possess more strength and resilience than even you realize. The blood in your veins and your connection to the Eratus blade are more important than you know. But that must wait. Time draws so short. If there is any chance of saving me, of saving the boy, you must hurry.
The boy? Do you mean to tell us that in coming to your aid, that we also have an opportunity to restore Mark?
What madness is this?
Vel questioned the flame.
You have seen it yourself, experienced it firsthand. Just as the black ring was able to destroy you, it also held the ability to bring you back. Bring me the stone while the boy's soul is still near. I can harness its power. I can bring him back to you.
Enough talk. We'll do whatever it takes. Just tell us what to do.
The woman's face had faded into the flames, but the fire still burned bright blue, and her voice floated to them on the smoke.
Step into the fire. I will bring you where you need to be. You must defeat the immortal man who stands guard over my prison. Once this is done, I shall be free, and I can save the boy. He sacrificed himself so that you could get this far. He was crucial in your ability to save me, and because of that, I am honored to restore his life.
As the voice faded away, the fire burned orange once again. The campfire looked small compared to the mighty blaze, and the crackling of the logs seemed like a whisper.
Wait! What is your name?
Vel rushed to ask his last question. Arthur lifted the Eratus blade and turned to the moon elf.
Come on. You can ask all the questions you want once the kid is safe. Let's go. That means you too, Gray.
The fire grew wild and white as it started to consume them. The white flames enveloped them all, drawing them to another place. Just as they were fading from the remains of the forest, the voice answered Vel's question.
I am Morvita!